Sky News understands the victim of yesterday's attack is Elianne Andam. And in a moment, I will talk to our political correspondent, Gurpreet Narwan, who was with me in the studio. But first, to Shaman Freeman-Powell, who joins us live from Croydon in South London. And Shaman, we have an image and a name of this young girl who died yesterday. What more can you tell us from down there at the scene?
Well, as you can see behind me, there is still a very large cordon in place blocking off one of the roads, one of the sides of this road, Wellesley Road, which is a very busy area in the centre of Croydon. And it's where, sadly, 15-year-old Elianne lost her life yesterday morning. During rush hour, in broad daylight, she was stabbed to death. Now, the police have confirmed that a 17-year-old has been arrested in connection with this incident. They say that they are no longer looking for any other suspects. They haven't yet named the 17-year-old, but just moments ago it was confirmed to Sky News that they have been given an extra 24 hours to interview him, which means they have now until tomorrow morning. But as you say, this is a community here that really is devastated by the tragic loss of Elianne's life. There are dozens of flowers that have been left behind, tributes paid to her, describing her as a very funny 15-year-old, someone that had a great sense of humour and who also had a whole life ahead of her. She was 15 years old and studying for her GCSEs and was believed to be on the bus behind me trying to get to her school when this incident happens. Now, police are now calling for anyone that may have any video footage or any information that could be useful to come forward. They've also said that they are supporting their family at this devastating time as well. And just to mention, here in the community, I've been here all morning. To my left-hand side, there is a sign which says "Stop Youth Killings." And throughout the course of this morning, many members of the public have stopped there, not only to take pictures of this sign, which I imagine they want to share, but also to have conversations about what this now means, not only for London, but for the entire country, as sadly knife crime is an issue that needs to be tackled.
First of all, I want to say rest in peace to Elianne and my condolences to her family. What's happened is truly tragic. Guys, I've got my brother Rashid. I call him my brother because he is a brother, and he's he's earned that title. You know what I mean? As far as I go, anyway, as far as I feel. And
much love to you too, man.
Thank you, brother. And yeah, I want to go also. I want to share this with you. Like, I kind of want to go into the details. I know we watched the video and so on and so forth, but I've got. Can you see it? I'm sharing it with you. Right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Croydon boy 17 held over killing of girl with bright future.
Oh my God! Say 17. All right.
Yeah. What possessed them?
I didn't even. Oh, okay.
Okay. So police have. I'm just going to read this out quickly, and then we can have a discussions in regards to what's going on. Police have been given an extra 24 hours to question a 17-year-old boy arrested over the fatal stabbing of a 15-year-old girl, schoolgirl in Croydon. The much-loved girl with a bright future died after being attacked with a foot-long, 30 centimeters knife on her way to school during morning rush hour on Wednesday. Now, the boy, who was known to the victim, was arrested an hour later. Detectives now have until Friday morning to charge or release him. So he hasn't been charged yet. Adama Dubuya said, "It's really sad. She was such a lovely little girl. I'm a parent myself. She was really lovely the few times I've met her. She's just a very nice girl and very polite. She helped a lot to look after her brother. I just can't imagine what he's going to be like. I know they were so close. She always looked after him. He is going to be so heartbroken." Cards, candles, and more than 40 bunches of flowers have been left near the scene, and the girls' school paid tribute to its valued friend and pupil. Now, they're not really saying much in regards to what actually happened. Hold on, let me stop
Yeah.
so we can have this conversation. And guys, feel free to continue reading this, but they're not actually going into details as far as what actually took place and what actually happened. Hold on a second. All right, okay, my brother. So what would possess a boy to go this far?
I honestly don't understand. Really, really don't understand. All I can think of is lack of discipline, so much emotions that he cannot control. Like, it's terrible. It actually terrible. And it is very rare. And when I say it's rare, you hardly hear anything about a boy stabbing a girl. Normally you hear boys stabbing boys, but I've never heard anything about this in my life. And I think this is why this is making news. I mean, there's been a lot more stabbing going on this year, but this was making news because it happened to a girl who is completely innocent. She's gone to a private school, which is a really good school, a private school. She's looking to become a lawyer, and it's been taken that away. For what reason? I really, really can't put my hand into what possess.
I guess
I don't want to say boy, this monster. This monster.
Yeah. I guess this is what everyone wants to get to the bottom of. Everyone wants to find out why. Why did he react the way he did? Why did he lose his mind the way he did? What caused, what sparked it? What was it about it that got him to get to the point where, like you said, you even said it yourself. You said this is really rare for a boy to pick up a knife and stab a girl is extremely rare. So I'm sitting here thinking, listen, let me make this clear. I don't care what that girl did. There's nothing that could justify him picking up a knife and killing that girl. Nothing. I don't care if she was rude to him. I don't care if she insulted his mom. I don't care. Nothing would ever justify him grabbing a knife and stabbing her. But the thing is, people still, because it's such a rare case. It's like what happened? That's what people really kind of like trying to figure out is what happened that got him to that point that he lost his mind and he went against a 15-year-old girl and stabbed her and killed her.
And he stabbed her twice as well. He stabbed her right in the neck and in the chest. I saw that part on the Instagram. And yes, I can't even think of the answer, to be honest with you. If it was a boy on boy, all I can think of is too macho, too masculine, jealousy, just want to overpower each other. I don't know. But to a girl, I think the thing is though, what I don't get is that he wanted to get back with his ex by sending love letters and flowers. She didn't want him back. He tried to attack her. But then that girl, Elianne, stepped in to defend her friend. And then he went after her and did his thing.
Hold on. I need you to repeat that one more time for me. So what was the
Which part? Like, no.
So Elianne stepped in to defend her friend.
Yes.
What was going on? He wanted his ex, he wanted the ex back, right?
Yeah, basically he got her flowers and love letters and she rejected him. And because of that, he got angry.
Okay.
So he attacked the ex-girlfriend. And Elianne stepped in to defend her best friend. And then he just went after her instead.
So when he attacked the ex-girlfriend,
yes.
Did he use a knife or he didn't use a knife?
That I don't know. I didn't see that part. But I do know that he was attacking the ex. I'm not sure if he had a knife in the hand or not.
Okay, so he attacks the ex. Elianne steps in, and then he kind of changes his energy towards Elianne and starts chasing her down. and goes as far as stabbing her.
You see, they didn't get very much in the news, but as far as I know, he wasn't meant to go after Elianne, but then he did just because she stepped in. What if she didn't step in? What if she didn't try to defend her friend? Then what? He would have stabbed his ex-girlfriend because she didn't want her back. So because she didn't want him back.
That's what I'm trying to understand the story. So Elianne steps in, but he redirects his anger and his rage towards Elianne.
Pretty much.
But what I'm thinking is, it's like, but why would you do that to Elianne? She's not the issue. She's not the problem. She's just stepped in trying to help her friend. But the thing is, from what I've read, apparently he chased her down.
So he chased her.
So it's like
he chased her. So he chased her.
He went as far as chasing her, and then
So that means he had. How long has he been chasing her for? 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So that means he's in his thoughts, in his mind, for that 10 seconds. He was in rage, just to go as far as stabbing her.
Yeah.
But what? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting triggered here. But another question: why was he carrying a knife in the first place? Why was it in his bag? Why was he carrying it in the first place? Like in the busy morning. Why did he have it in his bag in the first place? Because he always had intention to do something. And just don't say it's to defend himself. I don't want to hear that excuse. It's to protect myself. No. He carried that bag, so he had intent to harm somebody. There's the intent. It doesn't matter who. Was he prepared to stab his own girlfriend if she refused any flowers or love letters?
Do you know
what was he prepared to do?
I'm starting to realize that there's more to the story than what the news are making it out to be. And me, I'm gonna reserve judgment because I need to know. First of all, you're absolutely right. You brought up a very important point. Why did he have a knife in the first place? What was that knife doing on him? Why is he going to school with that knife? Who goes to school with a knife? With a knife and he's willing to kill someone. There's something going on here. I don't want to make assumptions, but it seems to me like people that go to school with knives usually or knives or guns or whatever, they usually tend to be part of gangs.
It could be. I don't know sure if it's just that particular day he decided to carry a knife.
Bro, I never carried a knife in school, bro.
Mate, me and you grew up in the 90s, mate. We're 90s kids. We don't do knives. We do fists, and that's it. We were proper men that day. We're not cowards. What
I'm saying is, if you're going to school, why would you carry a knife?
I don't. It actually bugs me. It really bugs me when someone asks that question. Like, something's going on at home. That's what I can think of, man. Something's going on at home. Was he disciplined enough?
And the news is not covering it. The news are not saying it. Don't get me wrong.
Obviously, obviously, they haven't interviewed him yet. I mean, like I said, they've got to interview him tomorrow. So tomorrow, what's up? Tomorrow is Friday. So obviously, they're going to interview him, and we're going to get more from it. So right now, we are pretty much in the dark. And any more, we're gonna have it tomorrow, I suppose.
No. But what I'm saying is, bro, before we finish this, right? What I'm saying is, why would he be carrying a knife? And hold on, this actually goes into the whole. I wanted to address this as well. Knife culture. It's a big issue in UK. What do you think the problem is when it comes to knife culture?
Lack of discipline at home. That's all it is. It's a lack of discipline.
So
something's going on at home, man.
Who's supposed to enforce the discipline at home?
Well, obviously fathers. Fathers.
Are these boys being raised with fathers?
Well, I'm not sure about this particular boy because I know the majority are not getting. Well, I don't know, getting told what to do. They're not disciplined enough because they have their fathers at home, or maybe the fathers were too strict and decided, you know what, I'm going to do what I want. Who knows? But the majority, I'll say, comes from a single mother household. Majority of them. But for this particular boy, I'm not sure yet.
So we can
I can't
agree
really
that.
say.
So we can agree that single mother households, they raise degenerates.
Well, majority, yes, I can say that.
Not all.
Not all, because I come from a single mother household.
And you agree.
I'm one of the rare. I'm one of the rare ones.
But the majority, they raise degenerates.
The majority.
They raise degenerates. I agree with you also. I think that young boys are not being raised with consequences. I call it consequences.
Yes, I agree with you.
And usually the parent responsible for consequences is the father, who really lets them know that, you see what you've done, that's consequences for it. I don't think mothers are capable of teaching that level of discipline and making them face that level of consequence to the level that a father is able to. So yes, this is why I feel for mothers, because
definitely,
you're not supposed to be raising a kid by yourself. You're not. It's too much work. It is too much work, brother. It is too much work. I feel for any woman out there who's out here trying to raise a baby by themselves. I think that's evil, to let a woman raise a child by themselves. It's too much, bro.